Let me tell you the story of my dear Aunt Sally. She loved to bake all types of tasty treats, like pies, brownies, cookies, and so much more. Most of the time, her desserts were to die for, but suddenly, Aunt Sally's brownies were hard as a rock, and her pies were soupy. At the dinner table, I told my friends, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally." She tried to make her famous cookies, but she couldn't remember the recipe. She fought to recall the ingredients, but just before she was about to give up, I stepped in to teach her Pemdas.
Aunt Sally was not doubling her recipes correctly because she didn't know how to use Pemdas. So I said, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally," and began to teach her the order of operations. P is for parentheses. You must compute those first. E is for exponents, the little numbers that mean to multiply that number by itself that many times. M is for multiply, which is commutative, so you can do it in any order. D is for division, which must be done left to right. A is for addition, which is also commutative. And lastly, S is for subtraction, which must be done left to right. Now multiplication and division go hand in hand, just like addition and subtraction. You should do them both left to right to make sure you find the correct answer. So I asked my dear Aunt Sally if this cleared the order of operations up. My dear Aunt Sally replied that she was feeling much better because Pemdas could help her remember. I no longer had to say, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally," because Aunt Sally knew. P is for parentheses. You must compute those first. E is for exponents, the little numbers that mean to multiply that number by itself that many times. M is for multiply, which is commutative, so you can do it in any order. D is for division, which must be done left to right. A is for addition, which is also commutative. And lastly, S is for subtraction, which must be done left to right. Let us evaluate the expression. 9 squared plus 3 times the quantity 9 minus 5 squared divided by 4. To follow the order of operations, we must look to see if there are any parentheses to be considered. And there are. 9 minus 5 equals 4. So we substitute 4 in place of 9 minus 5. Then we must look for the next order in Pemdas. We did P, so now we must look at E for exponents. 9 squared and 4 squared must be evaluated. 9 squared is 81 and 4 squared is 16. See how the rest of the expression is still the same and the new numbers are just substituted into the expression. Next is multiplication and division. This is done in order of occurrence, so we see multiplication is first. 3 times 16 is 48. Then division. 48 divided by 4 is 12. Finally, we must finish the expression by adding the two remaining numbers. 81 plus 12 equals 93. So 9 squared plus 3 times the quantity 9 minus 5 squared divided by 4 is equal to 93, thanks to the order of operations, or we can call it Pemdas, or we can use our acronym, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally." So now you know the order of operations, and if Aunt Sally ever forgets how to do her baking, you can just remind her Pemdas, and apologize to your friends by saying, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally."